Hello and welcome to the Otter's Den. Grab your favorite beverage and snacks, grab a seat, and delve into the known and the unknown. We have shows every other Monday and every other Monday. Let me explain. One Monday, Joni and I discuss the current astrology, how it affects us both on personal, countrywide, and global scales, and then how to navigate through it all to improve our overall quality of life. The next Monday, Jan and Renee join me as we discuss, well, everything. This includes the paranormal, cryptids, psychic abilities, hauntings, attachment, possessions, aliens, abductions, self-help, life coaching, mental health, personal health, and the list goes on. Thank you in advance for joining us. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy.
Hello, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Otter's Den, where things are either, well,
Crazy.
yeah, crazy or insane.
I think we passed insanity like in 2020.
Probably.
Oh, you know what? We have a new moon. We have a new moon tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's pretty uneventful. Well, it's not uneventful. But I don't have any of my notes, but I don't think it really has any. I'll look at it. I don't think it has anything major like what we've got coming up. I'll check real quick.
Okay.
I forgot. I am so intrigued, honestly, and I just looked today on the full moon at the end of the month. It's got my total attention right now. It's got my complete attention. I mean, like in the rabbit hole attention. That doesn't really happen too often.
Should we like climb under our desks and cover
Yeah.
our heads?
Yeah, I swear I sent Crystal a picture of it, and I'm like, OSHIT, and she's like, uh-oh, and I said, we're all gonna die. I told her that. She thought I was kidding. She's like, oh, that's so funny, and I go, I'm not laughing.
No, look at it.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, well, we better take it easy. And I go, oh, now I want to punch it in the face. But I was just kidding. But it's pretty it's going to take some navigating.
Yeah.
For sure. And I don't know how to, I don't even know how to navigate what's coming up now, let alone the 29th.
This year is crazy.
Oh, it's not started yet.
And it's just kind of been on a crescendo. And here we are in July, and all hell could break loose up there.
We knew it was going to. Now, my knee has been really bothering me. Mm-hmm. More than usual, because usually in the summer it doesn't bother me as much. And I'm like, this really hurts. I thought, well, okay, I'm gonna look at my natal chart, which I rarely look at what's transiting in my own chart. I don't know. It's just I think it can. I look at charts all day long and all night long, and so I don't want to look at mine. I don't know why.
Well, it's just like the mechanic. He's working on other people's cars all day long. The last thing he wants to do is come home and have to work on his own vehicle.
I think that. But when something isn't right, I'll look. The last time I looked, I can't remember. We were doing a mini series, Denise. I think it was when we had the Aries back in February. We had all those Aries planets. We had that big, huge Aries stellium, and I
Yeah.
looked. And I'm like, why did I look? But so wouldn't you know that your ascendant or your rising is your physical body?
Yeah.
Saturn has decided to retrograde and plunk its big daddy butt right. It's just sitting right with my rising sign. So I thought, okay, just retro back because it's going to retro back and get out of orbs. So I
Right.
thought, well, it'll give me a little bit of a break. But I thought, no wonder, because Saturn represents, it's your bones. So I'm like, okay, Big Daddy, I get your message. I'll have the surgery. I'll get the surgery when you retro back into about 11 degrees, 10 degrees. Like, and that'll be like mid-September.
Yeah. See, there's
I
11.
don't want to get surgery while it's sitting there.
No. You know, and that is one thing you can use astrology for, is to decide things like that.
Yeah. I think a rule of thumb is never have surgery on a full moon because you bleed more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it. Well, if you've got, if you've got a planet just sitting there, I just kind of wouldn't, I don't know why I say that. There's probably no real reason, but I don't like it sitting there. Move, Daddy, get back.
Well, that's you using your intuition to make an informed decision.
Yeah. So I thought, I'm done. I hear you. This is the second time y'all have reminded me with, this is the second time this has happened with my knee.
Yeah.
And, and I don't want us to do three's a charm because then I might fall and it might give out, it might break. And then they're going to say, you know what? We told you, and you aren't listening. So here.
Well, I kept putting off getting that sound wave therapy on my neck and my shoulders.
Yep. And you fell.
Until the ladder I was on got yanked out from under me. And I fell 10 foot and landed on the leg of the ladder on my neck. And my larynx knocked my neck out. And it's time.
You need this thing. I got this thing for my knee. It's red light therapy and it's warmth and it vibrates.
Yeah.
You can get one of those for your knee or for your neck.
I want to get one of those.
Well, you know what? Can you wait till like end of September and I'll send you this thing? Because I won't be using it after I get surgery.
Well, you might be. That
I doubt it.
That can help with the recovery process.
Yeah, but you go through so much you got to get up and move, and you're in therapy like three days a week.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. When Sheldon had her knee replaced, they had her up walking the same day.
I come home that day.
Mm-hmm.
Anymore, it's an hour and a half surgery, if that. It's that they've gotten it down to that much of a science. I mean,
it's crazy.
There's no reason to be afraid of it. Stupid. So I thought, okay, I get the message. I'll do it. So I thought, oh gosh, I'll just go do it. Isn't that funny? But isn't that funny how when you look and you're like, oh, here, I could just go right to my chart now and I see it. And I'm like,
there it is.
I get it. But every astrology thing that you turn on now or on YouTube or Reels or TikToks are all about this basket, right?
Yeah.
And nobody knows about the damn basket.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. It's never been recorded in history. What's that guy? The name of the guy you like?
Rick Levin.
Yes, I was watching him the other day, and he was saying the same thing we've been saying.
I listened to him. He's great. Isn't he great?
Yeah, he's cool.
Well, the thing about him is he doesn't talk over your head. So you don't understand what he's talking about.
Right.
But he keeps saying, if any astrologer thinks they know what's going on, they don't. And they don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's just like in the paranormal world. If I see I'll just say gifted individual that says they can do everything, yeah, I'm going to shy away from that a little bit.
Yeah. It's the ones that talk a little much. Those are the ones I shy away from.
Mm-hmm.
It's the quiet ones that I'm like, oh, okay, you're real.
Yeah.
I trust you. I trust you. You got, this day and age, it's so funny to watch how people react to things, and it's just the discernment. We're being screamed that by the astrology for discernment, and you can see where when something happens, it's instant. And I don't think it's the collective's fault because of the fact it because we've been lied to so much.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
We have.
I get
by
it.
Politicians, by the media. It's it's nothing but lies out there.
I think the media is the worst.
Yeah.
I think the politicians plus media combination is probably the worst.
And it's been that way for decades, and it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
And now we have people getting elected on the Democratic side that even the Democrats have issues with. The socialists. I mean, they are. Well, in New York, even Democrats are like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Well, we talked about their chart. I forget where we were. It might have been your show when we looked at the chart, and I said they're going to lose their identity.
Mm-hmm.
That if they don't step up, they will lose who they were.
Yeah, and that's happening.
It's happened because that Neptune is hitting. I think it's Pluto.
They pushed their policy so hard that it allowed others to sneak in, who have a different agenda, a further agenda than what they have. And they're kind of crapping their pants going, what the?
Well, it will destroy them.
Yep.
Somebody needs to step up and say, somebody has got to step up and fix this.
Yeah.
Because if not, that was like a year ago.
Maybe that's what's going to happen at the end of the month on the 29th. I don't know.
It's hard telling. It's hard telling because you just don't know, and I like what Rick Levin said, somehow humans seem to muck up everything. Now here the universe is sending us this beautiful gift. We can't muck it up. And he's right.
They say a lot of that about a lot of things. If it's meant to happen, you can't F it up. You might delay it, but eventually it's going to come back around.
Well, somehow this is tied into this full moon, and this full moon is wicked. This thing is not playing around.
Mm-mm.
And I usually don't say wicked. I sugarcoat a lot. And if I say it's wicked, you better believe it's wicked. It's wicked. It's not playing. This is not playtime.
So I would probably be cautious making moon water, charging stones and crystals. Might just kind of.
I wouldn't do nothing.
I wouldn't set intentions unless you are extremely specific with those intentions.
Well, a full moon, you probably shouldn't anyway, because that's that's shutting out time. That's the end of a cycle.
It's things you want to release from your life that you no longer need. You're done with people, places, things, ideals, habits.
you know what worries me about this full moon, and I usually don't get worried about them, is that Uranus has been squaring the North and South Node before.
Yeah.
But it's all the other things around it that, that Mars Venus, there's a Mars Venus square that's exact. That's going to be relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That's fights, maybe.
And relationships doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendships, coworkers, etc.
This. Oh, guess what just came across my phone?
What?
Trump is addressing the nation Thursday at 9:00. What? What? Not this week. What?
How many times have I told you that you need to be his astrologer? How many times have I told you that?
What? Are you kidding me?
Does it say about what?
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What's today? The 14th?
Yeah. No, 13th. Today's 13th.
13th. What's Thursday? 14th?
Tomorrow's Tuesday, 14th, Wednesday, 15th, Thursday, 16th.
And that the 18th is when that basket is in play. It's in play, the 16th.
You can't make this up.
Wow.
You cannot make this up. Even with the AI program, you can't make this up.
No, he's got an astrologer.
Yeah.
He's got to. I don't get it.
I think I'm just going to hide in my cave.
I usually, man, I'm going to take a look at his, let's look at the chart. I'll tell you what, why would somebody, maybe, do you think it might be to honor Senator Graham, maybe?
Oh, that could be. That's very possible.
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. What do you think?
Very well could be.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
That could be.
That could be it. Maybe it's like a program or something for him. Because they usually do stuff like that, don't they? When senators pass away, he's been there forever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, since as long as I can remember.
Excuse me. I know health issues can come out of the blue. But there's some suspect things there.
That's exactly how my dad died. I'm telling you, it was there. They, on the death certificate of my dad, it said from the time of the arrest. They say it's cardiac arrest, but it's your heart literally blows up.
Right.
The time that occurred till the time of death was 0 to 2 seconds.
Just boom.
Do you remember John Ritter from Three's Company?
Yeah.
That same thing happened to him.
Okay.
The aorta just, and what happened, they said, is he apparently had he had been flying. And it's like a 12-hour flight or 10-hour flight, 12-hour flight, plus a 10-hour train ride.
Jeez.
And when you're 71, my mom, when she would get on a plane, she'd have to wear compression stockings.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor told her she had to get up and walk up and down the aisles about 2 to 3 times.
Keep that circulation going.
Yeah. And because if not, when you're older, but to go on a 10 to 12 hour flight and then a 10-hour train ride, is absurd.
Yeah.
He should, at his age, have gone on the train ride, stopped and stayed at a hotel overnight, and then left the following morning or afternoon to come home. And but I bet you he went from that train right onto a plane because they think they're invincible.
Right.
So I don't.
Welcome.
I don't know how suspect it was, but it, it went quick with my dad like that. There was nothing anybody could. There's nothing they can do.
Right.
I mean, it's that fast. The girl I work with, her husband is a paramedic on the squad, and he said stress is one of the main factors of what happened to him, stress related. And he said it's just boom. And he runs a squad, so. But people die. We have to realize that people do indeed die. But again, you got this. You get lied to. They give you this shady stuff that's going on, and you don't know what to believe. I believe this. Well, I think this was just a circumstance that occurred on the heels of another circumstance that I feel that they possibly could be hiding.
There was a story out earlier today about like 20 different FBI agents at his home. There are rumors that someone in Iran took him out. I don't know.
But they lie.
They do.
They've lied since forever.
If the man did get unalive, they're not going to come out and say that. They're going to shove that under the rug and there's a health issue. While they take care of the people that did it. And then all of a sudden, right after he passed, we are bombing out of Iran again.
Well, we've been doing that.
Because they fired on a vessel and killed someone and took the engine compartment out.
Well, and his father died of a massive coronary as well. So
that's right. What could be?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to wait, and look at the coroner's report. I'm sure they'll do an autopsy. They did one on my dad,
right?
Because they found him. So, but it's just, and he had told people are coming out saying they had talked to him, and he said if he didn't feel any better in the morning, he was going to call the doctor. So he was feeling bad.
Well, then, okay.
See, I mean, and those are the things that you're not hearing anybody else report.
Right.
Because they want to make people think that, oh my God, it's this big, it's just like, in that Tyler Robinson prelim, they've got a camera view from on top of the building of him actually doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that prelim had brought out a lot of stuff that they had kept under their hats.
Yeah, and they've got like 4K video of everything
of the actual thing.
What they release to the public is grainy and everything else, but the actual footage, it's just like you and me watching right now.
Well, they can't taint a jury pool,
right?
And also they want one of those aha moments for a jury. They've got to save the shock stuff for the jury, and that's what they're doing.
Yep.
But I don't think it's going to make it to trial. I don't know how it could. Who knows?
I don't know.
But as a matter of fact, I looked at Lindsay. Oh, I should have sent you a copy. I looked at Graham's chart.
Mm-hmm.
We just went through that Mars-Uranus conjunction.
Yeah.
Guess what he's got in his chart, natal chart, Mars-Uranus conjunction. So, yeah. You cannot make this up. And then there was a square on the lunars and the lunar nodes.
Well.
So it's like, I saw that and went, Yeah, Mars-Uranus conjunction in his natal chart. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but that really shouldn't have done it. But we just don't know. You just,
Right.
I think it just because it's on the heels of a very suspicious situation of another one being in the hospital that people are leery,
Yeah.
as they should be. So we've got to learn to trust ourselves. And if your intuition says, I'm a little suspect about this, then wait and see what they
Yeah.
say. And you listen to your little voice.
Yeah. The Bongino rule: wait till the evidence comes out before you make that story. He won't report on a story until he's sure and positive that it's a thing.
Well, I mean, this conspiracy stuff has got to stop. But I hopefully,
because we're running out of conspiracy theories. They've all become true.
Well, I'm talking about the ones. There's two fractions here. There's the people like you who said, well, that is going to happen, that happened, that happened. But you do the homework.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're talking about. And then we've got these other people out there just making stuff out of thin air just for clicks.
Yeah, and that's uncalled for.
Right. So there's two different groups of people right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's completely uncalled for. Don't be making stuff up, people.
The tinfoil hats are 9 times out of 10 correct.
Yeah.
But the tinfoil hats are not the ones going around doing this.
No, we're not. I'm not sitting here making AI videos lying about stuff.
Right.
If I say something is going on, or if I say something is coming, it's
right.
because A, I've done homework, and B, I trust myself, I trust my gut, I trust my intuition.
But you guys have been following this stuff for decades. And like people like me who didn't follow any of this stuff, I had no idea.
You kept telling me I was crazy. You kept telling me I was crazy.
I learned better now. I learned my lesson. I listen now.
Now here's the thing. I am crazy, but in the right way.
Well, you all just did your homework is what you did. And people like me, I didn't have a real opinion on anything because I didn't know.
Right.
And it's okay to say, you know what? I don't know that, but let me check into it. And then I'll let you know my opinion.
Right.
Instead of answering something that you feel is so, I don't know. I think clarity should be coming back into the world.
I think we're going to be finding some stuff about the moon here pretty soon.
I hope so. They just dropped another batch.
Yeah.
But I have not listened
Yesterday?
to this a couple days ago. I haven't had time to look at it, but I'm excited about it.
But every batch, we get a little bit better, a little bit better.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping we get something about that moon because it seems to be hollow. It rings like a bell when you drop something on it for hours. And if it's not hollow, there's at least voids, okay, like cave systems. We have cave systems here on Earth. But the moon rocks on the outside, on the surface, are older than what's inside of it, which would indicate an excavation, taking rock from inside, putting it back on the outside. There's all kinds of stuff.
Who knows?
A long time about it. And we never have seen any pictures from the dark side of the moon. And it's really weird that we never see more than one view of the moon. Somehow they say it rotates at the same amount of rotation the Earth does, therefore it doesn't change. I'm calling bullshit.
Well, they were supposed to, when they went around the dark side of the moon, the last space mission, they took pictures.
But have we seen the real ones?
No, but maybe we will. But they described it.
Neil Armstrong, hey, we got bogeys up here. Something's watching us. Santa Claus. We have a Santa Claus. That was their code word.
Yeah.
there was things on the moon watching them.
Well, that make no mistake about it, they've released that audio tape, those audio tapes, and the more that's when I started paying attention to it because the astronauts were talking about it.
Yeah, and he's also stated during live interviews, yeah, and we're going to go back to Mars.
You know,
go back to Mars?
Yeah, that scientist that disappeared or unalived or whatever, she said we've been there. That's not I've heard that more than once.
I have too. I've seen videos.
So
now whether they're AI generated, I can't tell, but they were supposedly taken before AI was a thing. I don't know. But for years, NASA put filters on their pictures of Mars to make it look red. You know, the red planet.
Yeah.
Not really like that. You see the actual colors, it's kind of like Earth.
Yeah, it's like the desert.
Yeah, and one side of it is fine, and the other side looks like all hell broke loose. So that would indicate some kind of force hitting that planet.
Yeah.
And planets are usually manufactured in twos. Mars, science is even saying this now. Mars was the moon of another planet.
That's neat.
There's two spaces out there where there should be other planets, and there's not. But yet we have the asteroid belt, you know, everything else. That's the remnants. Something happened to those two planets. They found evidence of nuclear explosions on Mars.
Do you think that was just like maybe a big meteor or something hit it?
No, this is a planet going boom, because it knocked other planets out of their original orbit. It knocked them on their sides. I mean, there's all kinds of evidence. AJ from the Y-Files, he nails it on one of his shows.
That's neat.
Something big happened out there.
You know, that's neat. You know, we might be coming up on a big event too with this basket, and then the following that full moon shutting the door. You know, I would not be surprised. You got the lunar nodes are shifting, which that's every 18 months.
Yeah.
Lunar nodes are in Virgo Pisces axis. So July 26th, they move to, and this is a huge shift. Your soul's path moves to Aquarius, and Leo gets the south node. So Aquarius north node is what we strive for. That is strategic thinking, innovative, rebellious, collective, learning, right? Intellect, being rational, efficient, not emotional thinking. So we're going to move away from all this emotional thinking, and it's going to be stop wasting my time, get to the point, and use intellectual thinking and intelligence.
Yeah. And see, that's one thing I need to do at work. I need to learn some more about the machines that I run so I can be more efficient.
This
is one thing I'm going to be working on here pretty soon.
And let's see, collaborations, teamwork, great time for entrepreneurs, learning, being authentic.
Yeah. Be true to yourself.
Unity. It's the we era, not the me era. It is the we collective community era.
Right.
That's Aquarius, rebellious. And so then what do we run back to? The lower vibration of Leo to the south node. Now the balance here with the north node in Aquarius and south node in Leo is known for being warm. It's the heart, right? Warmth, the heart. So to use strategic thinking, but don't lose the warmth. Don't lose the heart. So that's the balance. And ego, low vibing Leo is ego. So there's going to be a lot of that's that's the lesson here. So that's what's coming up from July 26th till March of 28. So is that you?
Yeah.
No.
You can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's real low, but I wanted to verify that way, the tune
Copyright.
of you doesn't toss it off, or the book of face doesn't toss it off because
Yeah.
it's in the background.
So people have to be very careful leaning into the Leo because it's like the collective. It's your soul will grow more doing things with collaborations and with groups as opposed to me being the leader.
Right.
It's a big shift, but it makes sense because now Pluto's in Aquarius. And those two are going to be hanging out. That hasn't happened since like the 1780s, 1700s. I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, just Google search what happened in the 1780s.
Anytime it's going to be, the AI, gosh, a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of stuff, space, AI. It's just a lot of inventions, innovations. I mean, it's just crazy what Aquarius does.
In 1780, the American Revolutionary War escalated, most notably with the British capture of Charleston, South Carolina, and General Benedict Arnold's foiled plot to surrender West Point. Ha! Interesting.
Wasn't that something? So we had the Benedict Arnold thing,
Yeah.
a traitor.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of the balance. So that shift happens on July 26th. And then we have a monster full moon in Aquarius again. It's wicked. I'm telling you. So
I'm just gonna shut all my curtains. I'm gonna sit on my couch and I'm gonna have some popcorn and I'm just gonna wait it out.
What day is that fall on? Let's look. I hope it's a weekend.
29th is a Wednesday. I can see my calendar.
Oh, isn't that just peachy? That means I'll be having a show.
It's hump day.
Oh, God.
So we're going to get humped on hump day.
I think I'm not going to do a show. I think I'll take a vacation day. So let's see the transits on Trump's chart on this. That's so weird that he decides to have a talk to the people on the date of the bucket going on. Okay, let's look at the trend. Oh, great. What's going on with him? So, North Node moves into his 7th house, meaning the South Node moves into his first house. Pluto's in retrograde.
Prepare for face plantings.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking.
Beep.
Where's Saturn?
In the sky.
It looks like Saturn's opposing. Let's see. No, that's not happening. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Saturn is opposing his natal Chiron.
Really?
Yeah. Saturn's just wreaking havoc with everybody right now. So that puts restrictions. Let's see. But that's not. Jupiter's moving into his ascendant, which is very fortunate. It'll be trining his moon. I don't see anything like we did with Algol and all those. That crap was going on. Mars is inching up toward his natal Uranus. Let's look at that. It's at 16 Uranus. Oh, okay. So Mars is conjunct his Uranus. Great.
Yeah. Sorry, I could not help giggling.
Mars, really, that is, it's in the 11th house. That's Congress.
And they've been having some issues.
Oh, here comes the hammer. That's going on. I mean, that is very productive. It can be if the energy is used right. Mars and Uranus, they're combined, and we just had a Mars-Uranus conjunction, and, we made it through that. That gives you a lot of energy if it's used properly.
Right. If it's used properly.
Yeah. So that's kind of a big deal. See if it's... I'm looking. Mars moves pretty quick.
That's a good thing.
Mars is at 10, 7 Uranus. It's coming up on it. But it's not quite there yet. So, I don't see anything really except that Pluto, but Pluto's in retrograde. So that won't be till like next year.
Right.
He could have some health issues next year with that Pluto, but you never know.
Right.
You just don't know. It's going to take a while for Pluto to oppose his natal Pluto.
Well, there's some people of the blue left field that are saying that our fine leader of this country is exhibiting symptoms of Alzheimer's after saying nothing was wrong with Biden. You can't make that up.
Well, that was in his chart. Saturn was in his third house. That's dementia.
Mm-hmm.
Communications, and that was there. So, but it don't look too bad. Let's see. It's this basket's hard to tell. We don't know.
We don't.
But I think that's kind of odd to have picked a press conference on the day that it starts to rev up. It's a little weird, isn't it?
Maybe he wants to light the fire under somebody's butts.
Well, Jupiter's going to be opposing Pluto in that, and that's power struggles.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of that.
That's all it's been.
And I think there's a lot of that going on in people's personal lives as well, not just governmental or worldwide.
We'll just have to see. We'll have to watch it and see. I mean, we've been waiting for this week, so we're about ready to find out.
Mm-hmm.
California's shaking too with earthquakes like crazy on that fault.
Yeah, that's the what they call the ring of fire. It goes all around the ocean, right by the continents, and they've been having earthquakes here and earthquakes here, and here's California. So these earthquakes are putting pressure on the rest of that fault. So California may get a good shakeup.
Well, they very well could on that full moon.
Yeah, and we gotta keep an eye on the poles shifting too. I mean, so far they're moving slowly. I mean, faster than they have in a long time, but they're not doing this in one day. So that's what we got to keep hoping for, because if it does this in one day, we're done. We are done. There is ifs, ands, or buts. Everyone on this planet is done.
Done. Well, that'll be the 29th.
I actually thought about that when you started talking about the 29th before the show. David Wilcox, he was talking about this before he was unalive.
Yeah.
And there are certain times where it's catastrophic, and there's certain times where it's not. But there is scientific evidence that the poles have shifted.
Yeah.
And that turned. Okay, you got the part of the Earth that we live on, the crust, and then there is a liquid rock layer that is so thick it acts like a solid. But when the poles shift, that acts like a liquid, and we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. So when the poles shift and the plates move, all of a sudden, instead of us going 1,000 miles an hour with the atmosphere and the oceans all going 1,000 miles an hour, everything gets tilted, and then we have 1,000 mile an hour wind blowing against everything, wiping everything out, and then the water comes, and it's just catastrophic, and it's happened. The Younger Dryas, they've got other dates that it's happened. They found the scientific evidence. How when you go to the beach and the waves are just kind of gentle and lapping, and you get those ripples of sand on the beach. Well, they've got them. They found them over 300 feet high. I mean, that's a big wave. So we don't know how many times civilization has been reset. So we just got to keep praying that it's just going to be nice and slow. And that's another reason why Antarctica, they're finding stuff in Antarctica, but they've also got like the Para-Reef map that shows it with no ice, shows the coastline and everything, and actually shows it up closer to the Bermuda Triangle, closer to South America, in that area. Well, something catastrophic happened, and it went down. And, they have found not mastodons, not elephants, woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
In Siberia that were flash frozen so fast they still had food in their mouth and their stomachs undigested, and their legs were just cracked from the side. I mean, that would take an incredible amount of force. So that is a shock wave. That is a shock wave hitting. And they were all wiped out.
Well, you can watch it shift in real time.
Yeah.
On the National Centers for Environmental Information.
Yep.
It's neat to watch.
Yeah, it's moving. And they have to constantly upgrade or update the satellite information.
Yep.
Because of that. That way your GPS stays accurate. If they didn't do that, your GPS is going to drive you in a lake. Just saying.
That's so funny. Michael's been talking about that forever. Since I've known him, he talks about it.
The poles?
While life will not end, it could cause disruptions to satellites, power grids, and animal navigation.
Yeah.
You can watch it in real time. That's pretty cool.
It's already affecting animals' navigation.
That's neat.
And it's affecting us too. You know, we used to have what they had. We've lost it since we discovered civilization. But it is actually affecting us as well. True north is no longer true north.
Yeah, it says when the pole shift occurs, it will happen slowly over thousands of years. When it does happen, life on Earth may not be greatly impacted. They just don't know.
That's what we want. We want a nice slow one.
Right.
Okay. But then the magnetism in your rocks, you know, if you have a magnet, the two poles of the magnet will reverse. The magnetism in the rocks reverses. That's how they figured this out. You can see it in ancient petrified trees because the magnetism changes. I know trees aren't magnetic. I know somebody out there is going to go there. Okay. But it leaves evidence in the tree.
It's interesting. I think it's fascinating. And, you know, it's so crazy because the astrology is so crazy this year, too. It's going to be something to watch.
It is.
It's going to be neat to watch. I hope, you know, it's all very positive. That's what we got to keep remembering.
Just think positive.
Think very positive. So in 2 weeks, it'll be the 27th. So we'll be like right up, going up to the full moon.
Yep.
Gone through the basket and up to the full moon.
And people, just remember, even if you have a tough day, a shit day, whatever you want to call it, something good is going to happen on that day. And that's what you need to concentrate on and be thankful for.
Well, yeah, it's you know, and this is something that's like Rick Levin said, this could be an event. It could be something that takes weeks, months, years. No one knows.
Yeah, we don't know.
Hundreds of years. You just don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's interesting, whatever it is.
You know, in 200 years, well, 250 years, excuse me, our technology has skyrocketed.
God, it's crazy.
You know, it's escalated so fast, and there are things that we don't even know about that they have. You know, what they're telling us they have, we're 30 to 50 years behind what they actually have. And they're just not letting us know yet.
And, hey, Jeff. When Uranus goes into Gemini, that just quickens up. It just moves everything faster, which is really interesting because, you know, it's like we said, moving into all of this Aquarius energy and the lunar node shifting, it is no longer emotional thinking. No, and you know that shifted with two, and it's if you look at all the patterns with Aries and Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries, that was like by victim, and so now we're moving into Aquarius, where Aquarius wants to be. Aquarians are intellectual; they're intelligent. They don't want emotional thinking.
Right. They want logical.
They want logic, but to balance that with the warmth of Leo energy. So that you're not so standoffish.
Yeah. Live long and prosper.
So it'll be a time and a shift of, you know, talk to me when you can speak with a manner of intelligence.
Practice.
Take the emotions out of it. And you see that emotional stuff when people they're trying to be interviewed like for the TV or a YouTuber and they're literally just screaming.
Yep.
That's going to be gone.
Practice the pause. If you get triggered, take a step back, take a deep breath. Okay, why did I just get triggered? I need to make a mental note of this, figure it out. But in the meantime, I need to sit back and really think of the words that needs to come out of my mouth and the way that they need to come out.
If I was a reporter and interviewing people that were screaming like that, I'd carry a little pocket mirror and just put it in front of their face. I'd say, this is what you look like. This is what you look and act.
And you can do that with energetic shielding. You can bring in energy from your crown. You can form a shield around you, and you can put a mirror on the outside of it so they see themselves.
I mean, I would do something because, but that'll shift with this Aquarius, because if you don't have an audience, then, just quit giving them an audience.
Yeah.
That's my take.
I watched a Nick Shirley video today. I think he was in New York.
Yep.
And there was some kind of protest or something going on. And one lady recognized him and just, even though it's live video, okay, starts going off and screaming and falling down, ripping her shirt off. He told me he wanted me to show my boobs, blah, blah, blah. No, this is live video. It's that did not happen. You're making yourself look like an idiot.
Yeah, you look like an idiot.
We call that an ID10T problem. ID10T. IDIOT.
I'll tell you. He found more.
I hope you feel better, Denise.
I'll feel better, hon. I hope so. Fighting germs this week. Gosh. I wonder if it's allergies, hon. Feel better, Denise. Feel better.
Here in Nebraska, we are starting to come into the corn with a C, okay, corn humidity. It's tasseling, the ears are coming out, and you can drive on the highway in the morning and just see the fog coming off the cornfields.
I bet that's neat.
How humid it is here. Oh, it's neat, but it don't feel real comfortable.
I'll bet.
So you got the corn pollen, the humidity. Welcome to Nebraska.
I know. Welcome to summer. Welcome to the dog days. Speaking of dog days, I'm going to get off here and take a Benadryl and go watch TV. No, not allergies. Well, take it easy, hon. I hope you feel better.
Me too.
Be safe this week.
I'm going to say this. I would urge everyone that has not to do a parasite and heavy metal cleanse with a binder or multiple binders right now. Healthprimitive.com. That's where I got my stuff. I've got it. Here.
What is it?
I have Dandelion Detox.
Oh, okay.
I have Heavy Metal Detox. I have Black Walnut Blend. That is for the parasites. I've got I need new glasses. Zeolite. And my binder is fulvic and humic acid.
What do you do? Take that all together or different times?
They recommend you do it one at a time. I'm stubborn. I'm doing them all at once. But I've got a reason. I work in a factory that makes lead battery terminals. I work in the lead department. And my lead level has risen over the past 6 months.
Oh, so great.
It is time to, I'm taking extra precautions at work, and I am making an honest effort to lower them with the heavy metal detox.
Oh, yeah.
But at Health, I'm going to type this in here. Healthprimitive.com. She does videos all the time. She has things that can aid in removing spike proteins. Just saying. If you got that thing in your arm or multiple things in your arm, there are natural things that can assist in removing those spike proteins.
I would do it.
Help you tremendously health-wise. So just take care of yourself.
Especially with what they're all these peer-reviewed studies that are coming out.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to.
Yeah. There's
it's
so
all
much.
natural stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I can walk out in my yard. In fact, I did this Sunday. I went down to Christie's building to drive a ground rod in the ground, 10 feet, and run a wire between the ground rod and our breaker box so everything's grounded. And in the process, I found wasps.
Oh,
They found me. I got nailed in the ribs. I got nailed in my elbow. And I came home because I knew exactly where I have unsprayed plantain in my yard. And I took a leaf and I chewed it up and I put it on that wasp sting. And within minutes, that sting was gone.
see?
You know, I kept it on there with a Band-Aid or two and gone. Bee stings, mosquito bites, plantain, it pulls everything out. It gets rid of it.
Well, just like if you get jigger bites,
Mm-hmm.
lavender, you spray lavender on them and they go down.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to get me some lavender because in
Just
Nebraska, we get
lavender
a lot of
spray.
chiggers with a C.
Yeah.
Clarify.
Jigger bites.
Oh, those were some mosquito bites.
Oh, yeah.
Those drive you nuts.
Yeah. You just spray them. Takes them right down.
Mosquito bite, it itches for a little bit and it's done. Sugar bite, that's days. Constant.
Yeah. But if you get lavender, just spray lavender. You get it at the health food store, anywhere. Lavender works great.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it works. Well, have a good couple of weeks.
You too.
And be safe.
Absolutely.
Be safe, everybody. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good.
Wait for the weekend. Have fun.
Yes.
Good night.
Night, Joni. It's a thing. It is a thing. You know, kids are always out in the yard, playing in the grass, and chiggers don't discriminate. They just attack. But I'm really glad I learned that trick about the plantain. I've been stung by wasps before, bumblebees, etc., and that hurts. Like I said, I chewed up a leaf, put it on there, done. I was skeptical when I heard about it until I tried it, and it works. It works. So that's one thing I'm doing is trying to look into a lot of natural remedies for things. Hey, you too, Denise. Thanks for hopping on tonight. Appreciate it. On that note, I will see you here next week with me and Renee and Jan, or Jan and Renee, however you want to say it. I try to alternate them, you know, in the show descriptions, so it's even. I think I lose track sometimes though. But yeah, we'll be here talking about something. We don't know what yet. Generally, life brings up our show topic. So we'll see what happens in life this week. And when I make the show, you'll know what we're going to talk about. If we can't figure anything out, we'll just jump on and start talking. Something will come up. So on that note, you all have a good evening. I got some things to accomplish, hopefully. And thanks for popping on and listening to us. Hope it helps. And that's why we do this, is to try to help everybody. You know, Joni says, this is the astrology, and I do my best to say, okay, this is how to get through it. And right now we don't know, because we don't know what's going to happen. So just take July with a grain of salt, practice the pause, and stay safe. Watch your environment, pay attention to your surroundings, drive defensively, stay hydrated, stay grounded. Just be good people.